Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 New York Yankees baseball. We got the Yankees going up to Minnesota to take on the Twins here on April 30th, 1978. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the New York Yankees. Leading off playing center field is Mickey Rivers. Batting second playing left field is Roy White. Batting third doing the catching is Thurman Munson. Batting fourth playing right field is Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth playing first base is Chris Chambliss. Batting sixth playing third base Greg Nettles. Batting seventh and doing the DH is Jim Spencer. Batting eighth playing shortstop is Bucky Dent. Batting ninth and playing second base is Brian Doyle. Let's take a look here at the hometown Minnesota Twins starting lineup and all. And on the mound for the Yankees is the Gator, Ron Guidry. We take a look at the Twins starting lineup. Leading off playing shortstop Rory Smalley. Batting second playing first base Rod Carew. Batting third playing center field is Dan Ford. Batting fourth doing the DH is Jose Morales. Batting fifth playing left field is Craig Kiska. And batting sixth playing first base Larry Wolf. Batting seventh playing second base is Bob Randall. Batting eighth playing right field is Willie Norwood. And batting ninth doing the catching is Glenn Bergman. Let's get down to the field here and get this game started, folks. And Mickey Rivers will lead it off here for the Yankees, batting .234, 1 homer and 11 RBIs, going up against Roger Erickson. He's off to a fine start, his 6 starts, and he's 4-1 with a 1.64 ERA. See if Mickey can get to him here. Here's the pitch to Rivers. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Rivers out. 1 up, 1 down here for the Yanks. And that brings up Roy White now. And Roy's batting .262, a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Smalley's up with it. He fires over to first for out number 2. Brings up Thurman Munson now. And the captain's batting .324 with 2 homers and 12 RBIs. Excuse me, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Second strikeout by Roger, and that ends the inning. To the bottom of the first we go. Yankees nothing. Smalley, Carew, and Ford due up here against the Gator. Smalley's batting .268, 2 homers and 12 RBIs. Guidry's 5th start of the year. He's 2-1 with a 1.29 ERA. Here's the pitch to Smalley. And that's going to be against the lefty. Makes him a 25. And that is going to be a fly ball out the Rivers. He makes a nice play out there for out number 1. That brings up Rod Carew with nobody on and 1 out. And Carew's batting .360, no homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's Gator's first strikeout. So 2 down now for Dan Ford. And Ford is batting .355, 2 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's the Gators' first walk of the game. And that brings up Morales now with 1 on and 2 outs. And Morales is batting .750, no homers and 1 RBI on the year. And that's going to be against a 20. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And Reggie makes the catch for out number 3. So the Twins strand 1 to the top of the second we go. It's still nothing here. in Minnesota. And let's see who's due up here for the Yankees. You got Jackson, followed by Chambliss, and then Nettles due up here. Can they get something going here in the top of the second? And here's the pitch to Reggie. And that's going to be a there we go. Hopefully you can still hear me. Anybody in the chat? Let me know if you can hear me. That was a base on balls by Reggie. So Reggie's down at first. And nobody out for Chris Chambliss. Yeah, 10 homers and 22 RBIs. Yep. You can hear me good. Thank you, Grandel. Yep. All righty. Chambliss is up now batting .319, 2 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Chambliss. And all of a sudden, Erickson can't find the plate. We'll drop a dice here. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Ford's got it for out number 1. So Chambliss flies out to center. That'll bring Greg Nettles up. Can Greg Nettles do something here, folks? Get the Yankees at least a runner in scoring position here. And Nettles is batting .288, 3 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's not what the Yankees wanted. That ball's hit down to Smalley. He's up with it over to Randall and over to Carew. That's a 6-4-3 double play. Yankees don't strand anybody. We go to the bottom of the second, still no score. And we got Kusky, Wolf, and Randall due up here. Craig's batting .250, no homers and 3 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound, I believe. Yep, and the Gator makes the throw over to first to Chambliss for out number 1. And up steps Larry Wolf now. And Wolf's batting .259, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to first. And Chambliss will take it himself for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here. And up steps Bob Randall. Randall's batting .320, 2 homers and 16 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Rivers. Now to end the inning, the Twins go down in order. To the top of the third we go. And the bottom part of the order due up here for the Yanks. Spencer, Dent, and Doyle. And Jim's batting .273. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. Going to make him a 6. And that's going to be a base hit into left field. Oh, no, he's a pull right in the right field. So base hit by Spencer. He pulls that one in the right field. He's aboard here. And the Yankees get the leadoff batter aboard again. And up steps Bucky Dent now. Bucky's batting .318 on the year. He's got a homer and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to the back to the mound, I believe. Yeah, it's back to the mound on a 45 and a 1. That might be fielding column 3. And it is fielding column 3. That's going to be safe on an error. And the runner's going to get down the third as Erickson air mails that one, folks. E1. Now we got first and third and nobody out. And up steps Brian Dole. This is Brian's first plate appearance. of the season. And right away, he's got a chance to put the Yankees on the board here. And in 1978, Brian batted a buck 92, no homers and no RBIs. Can he come up with an RBI here, folks? First and third, and nobody out. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. That'll be column number 3 also, I believe. These Twins don't have very good fielders here. So that's going to be a 53. Spencer doesn't have very good speed. 53. Let's see here. Got to bring the calculator up, so we'll use this one. 53 minus a 27 plus 3. He's still going to try it here. A 29. 29 would be a 55 or lower. He scores on the sacrifice fly here. And he scores. So nice job by Doyle. Gets a sacrifice fly out the left field. Put the Yankees on the board 1-0. Now you got Bucky Dent down at first with 1 out for Mickey Rivers. See if the Yankees can add to this lead here. And Rivers, he struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Craig in left field again. 2 fly balls to left, 2 outs now. So it's up to Roy White to keep this inning going here. The Yankees have scored 1. And White grounded out the shortest first time up. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. With Dent down there at first, let's see if he can score him. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going. Roy White turns on this one, folks, and that's a 2-run shot. And the Yankees now are up 3-0. Just like that. That brings up Thurman Munson now. Thurman struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch to the captain. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. He comes back to strike Munson out after the home run. But the Yankees score 3, 2 on Roy's home run. We go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Yankees. We got the bottom part of the order due up here for the Twins. Norwood, Bergman, and then back to the top of the order and Smalley. And Willie is batting .260 on the year, 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Gators' second strikeout of the game. And up steps Glenn Bergman. Glenn is batting .286, 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that'll be another walk. That's the second walk given up by the Louisiana Lightning. And back to the top of the order we go, and Roy Small. And Smalley, he flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. See if they can get 2 out of this. A 21 and a 4. That should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be the old 3-6-3 double play. And that ends the inning. The Twins don't strand a soul. We go to the top of the 4th. Yankees leading by 3. We got Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles due up here against ERICKSON. And Reggie, he walked his first time up. And Reggie's going to hit that ball down the second. That's going to be an easy play for Randall. Over to Carew for out number 1. Now Chris Chambliss is up at the plate. Chris flew out the center his first time up. Appreciate it, Clinton. I appreciate the support, man. Yeah. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field as Chambliss turns on that one. So that's a 1-out base hit. Greg Nettles is up to bat now. Can Nettles do something here and add to this 3-0 lead? Greg hit into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left. At least it's not a double play. So now there's 2 outs for Mr. Spencer. And Jim, he singled and came around to score his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And a 31 on a 7. 31 on a 7. That's going to be fielding column 2 barely. And that's going to be safe at first runner. Safe at second on an E4. Second error by the Twins, and that extends the inning. So Chambliss down at second. And Spencer down at first for Bucky Dent. Can Bucky get a big out, 2-out base hit here and drive in Chambliss here and make this a 4-0 ball game? Bucky reached on an error and came around the score on the Roy White home run. And that's going to be a base hit in left field. And Chambliss, let's see here. I don't know why I got rid of the, yeah, I shouldn't have got rid of that. Didn't bring the calculator up. So we'll use the calculator on the screen here. Chambliss with not great speed, but with 2 outs, he should score, I would think. So that's going to be a, with 2 outs, that's a 67. We shouldn't have to do the math, but we'll do it. 67 minus the 27 plus the 6. Yeah, Chambliss will score easily. Let's see if Spencer can get down the third. That'll be the question. A 38, no, Spencer's going to stop at second. So that's an, why did I close that out again? I don't want to close it out. I want to minimize it. That way I don't have to keep opening it back up. So that'll be an RBI single for Bucky Dent, and it makes it 4-0 New York. And up to the plate now is Brian Doyle, and he had an RBI sacrifice fly his first time up as Frank Wainscott joins us. How are you doing? And here's the pitch to Brian. Can he deliver here with a 2-out base hit? No, that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And Roger will throw over to Carew to end the inning. But the RBI single makes it 4-0 New York as we go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Carew, Ford, and Morales due up here against the Gator. Carew struck out his first time against Ron Guidry. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. So Gators got Carew's number so far. Brings up Dan Ford now. And Ford walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Brian Doyle's down there today. He fires over the Chambliss for out number 2. And up steps Jose Morales. And Jose flew out the right field his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the, nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. The Gator strikes him out for his 4th strikeout. We go to the top of the 5th. Yankees 4, Twins nothing. And we'll have, oh, it's only 2 outs. Sorry about that. I thought that was 3 outs. So we got River still due up here. Here's the pitch to Mick. And Mick's 0 for 2 today. Struck out and flew out to left. And that'll be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Mick for the 2nd time today. And now we go to the bottom of the 5th. Top of the 5th, rather. Still White's up. Got this all messed up. Sorry about this, guy. You got White and then Munson due up here. And Mick is Roy is 1 for 2 with a homer and grounded out to short. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Carew. He's up with it, fires. He's going to take it himself. And step on the bag. That's 2 down now. And up steps Mr. Munson. And Thurman struck out twice. Let's see if he can at least make contact this time. And he does. And that's a base hit the other way in the right field. So Munson gets aboard here with 2 outs. That brings up Reggie Jackson now. See if Reggie can do something. He's got 10 homers and 22 RBIs on the year. He's walked and grounded out to second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Reggie was swinging for the fences. And that'll end the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is still 4-0 New York. And we got due up here for the Twins.
Cusick.
We got, where are we at here? Cusick, Wolf, and Randall due up here against the Gator. And Craig is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the Gators first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And Roy White's out there and makes the catch for out number 1. And Larry Wolf steps up to the plate now. And Aaron Reed joins us here. And Larry grounded out to first his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's GUIDRY's 3rd walk of the game. See if they can get a double play ball out of Bob Randall here in this inning. Randall flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball this time out the left field. And again, White makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. And Willie Norwood steps up here. And tell him Willie sent you. He said he struck out against the Gator. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jackson. That'll end the inning. The Twins strand 1. To the 6th inning we go. We got Chambliss, Nettles, and Spencer due up here. Chris 1 for 2. Singled and flew out to center. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center again for out number 1. That brings up Greg Nettles now. Can he get on base with a 1 out here? He's grounded out to short and flew out the left. And that's going to be another ground ball down the short. And that'll be another out. Smalley's up with it, fires over to Carew. So it's up to Spencer here to keep this inning alive. Jim's having a good game. He's 1 for 2. And reached on an error his other time, so he's been on base both times. And not this time. That'll be a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 4-0 New York. Bergman, Smalley, and Carew due up here. Glenn walked his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one and drives that ball into right field. But Reggie Jackson, after being cussed many a time out there, makes a nice catch. He has blown 2 games in the extra innings, but he makes a nice catch that time. Takes a base hit away from Bergman. Roy Smalley comes out now. He flew out to center and grounded out to first. Actually hit into a 3-6-5 double play. And a 23, that's going to be hit back to the mound. And the Gator's a darn good fielding pitcher. And he makes a nice play. He fields that position well, fires over the Chambliss. And that'll be out number 2. Nice job by the Gator. Take a base hit away from him. And Rod Carew steps up. He struck Rod Carew out twice. Can he get the hat trick? And no, Carew squares this one up this time, folks. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. That'll be a 2-out double. And I believe that's the first runner to get in scoring position here for the Twins. That brings up Dan Ford. He's 0 for 1, walked and grounded out the second. First time the Gators have been in any kind of trouble today. And that's going to be out to right field. And here we go. Is he going to screw the pooch again out there? And that's going to be an error on Jackson, and a runner's going to score. The batter's going to get to second. Reggie air mails it, just bragging him up. And now it's 4-1. And the runner, I didn't put the runner down at second. We'll have to change that. So Reggie makes one nice play this inning and then airmails it, and freaking Billy Martin's about ready to take him out of the damn game in the middle of the inning. Not that he's ever done that. Hey, Ken, like I say, another damn error by Reggie Jackson. It cost him a run. So that's an E9. Runner on second scores, and a runner and Ford makes it down to second. And this is with 2 outs. And Jose Morales is up. And Jose's 0 for 2. He's flown out the right and struck out. And that's going to be against a lefty. Makes him a 20 on a 7. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Reggie can't get to that one, folks. And let's see here. Morales. It's got good speed. 54. 54 minus the 33 plus the 16. He'll score easily from second. And just like that, they cut the lead in half, folks. And all this with 2 outs, and they should be out of the inning. So a base hit in the right field. And it is now 4-2. And Craig steps up to the plate with a runner down at first. Now both of these runs are unearned. As Craig comes up, he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to the mound and flew out to left. And that's going to be a pop-up near the screen. And Thurman takes the mask off, ends the inning. But the Twins score 2 and make it a 4-2 ball game as we go to the 7th inning. And Erickson might be done here. Let's see here. Who they got out in the bullpen? Got any good lefties? And you got one lefty. So Erickson will pitch to Dent. Probably be pulled after Bucky no matter what here. Bucky's 1 for 2 with an RBI, and he reached on an error. He's been on base both times. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Bucky. So we're going to let him keep pitching here in the 7th. You got Brian Dole up here. Brian is 0 for 1. He does have a sacrifice fly and grounded out to the mound. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Norwood in right. And up steps Mickey. See if Mickey can get aboard here and get one or two of those runs back. He's 0 for 3. Struck out twice and flew out the left. And that's going to be a base hit. Let's see here. Yep, a 5 out's going to be an infield hit. Mickey's aboard here. And that's probably going to be it for Erickson. They're going to go to the lefty here. Make White turn around. Bat from the right-hand side. Make sure here before I do this. When was the last time Mac pitched? Yeah, he can come in here, pitch. So Mac will come in here, scarce. And let's see here. Takes forever for this to load sometimes. I'm hoping that improves with version number 12 coming out tomorrow, guys. Digital Diamond 12 will be out tomorrow. Darn, this is taking forever. Sorry about this. There we go. And this will be Mac's second game of the year. He's pitched 3 innings. hasn't given up a run. So he's got Roy White up to the plate. 2 outs, Mickey Rivers down at first. Roy's 1 for 3 with a homer. Grounded out to short and the first. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left. That'll win the inning. Yankees strand 1. We go to the 7th inning stretch. 4-2 New York. And the Gators got Wolf, Randall, and Norwood due up here against him. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Nettles is up with it. He fires over to first for out number 1. Bob Randall steps up to the plate now. And Randall is 0 for 2. He's flown out to center and to left. And that's going to be another fly ball out to center field. Rivers has got that. 2 up and 2 down. And up steps Willie Norwood now. Norwood is 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out to right. And that's going to be a ground pop-up, down the second. And that'll end the inning as Dole makes the catch out in shallow right field. To the top of the 8th we go. We got Munson, Jackson, Chambliss due up here. And Thurman's 1 for 3, struck out twice and singled. And that's going to be against the lefty. It's going to make him a 3. That's going to be a single in the right field. So Thurman's aboard here with a lead off single. And up to the plate steps Reggie Jackson now. Can Reggie get the Yankees some more insurance runs? They're up 4-2 here. Would like to at least get a 3-run lead. Jackson's 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounded out and struck out. And that ball is well hit. Reggie squares it up against the lefty. And that ball is driven into right, probably driven into right field. Yep. See, against Reggie's going to make him a 14. And that's going to be a triple into right field as Norwood tried to make the catch, gets by him. And Reggie in there safely with a triple. That brings a smile to Reggie's face, making it 5-2 after the error. So Reggie down at third, nobody out. They'll bring the infield in here. All these lefties due up. They're going to let Mac pitch. Chris is 1 for 3. He's flown out the center twice and singled. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Norwood on a 35. That'll be fielding column 3. And re-roll a dice here. And that'll be a 55. That'll be a 24. And Reggie's going to score easy on that sacrifice fly. And now the Yankees are up 6-2. And now 1 out for Greg Nettles. And Nettles is 0 for 3. He's grounded out the short twice. And he's flown out the left. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He gets Nettles. That'll be 2 down here. And up steps Jim Spencer. And Spencer. Did we pitch hit for Spencer? With old Heathcliff, I'll say we let Jim hit. He's 1 for 3, reached on an error and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Randall. That'll end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Yankees leading by 4. We got Bergman, Smalley, and Carew due up here for the Twins. And Glenn's 0 for 1. He's walked and flew out the right. And that'll be another fly ball out the right field. Reggie makes the catch this time for out number 1. Up steps Mr. Smalley now. And the Twins need base runners to get back in this game, folks. Smalley's 0 for 3. He's flown out, grounded out twice. And that's going to be against lefty, 25 and an 8. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Rivers has got that for out number 2. Yes, he is. He's not getting a lot of strikeouts, but he's definitely got this game under control. Like I say, both of those runs are unearned. Just 2 hits. Yep. And Rod Carew's up, and 2 out of those 4 strikeouts. It's been Carew. Can he get the hat trick here? And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the 9th. Yankees leading by 4, 6-2. We'll have the bottom part of the order due up, and that's going to be it for Mac. Let's see who's going to come in here and pitch the 9th inning. You got a righty, a lefty, and a switchy. Righty, a lefty, and then another lefty. It's probably going to be one of the Johnson boys, either Davey or Tom. Let's see which one hasn't pitched lately. One of the Johnson boys. So Dave's going to come in the game here. So Dave Johnson comes into the game. And like I say, he'll be facing the bottom part of the order, Dent Doyle, and then back to the top of the order and Rivers. This is Johnson's 5th appearance of the season. He started 1 game, doesn't have a record, and he doesn't have an earned run either. He's pitched 7 scoreless innings, folks. Dent's 1 for 3 with an RBI, reached on an error and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart, Smalley. And Smalley's up with it, fires over the first for out number 1. And Brian Dole's up now. Can Brian get something going? He is 0 for 2. He has a sacrifice fly. And he is grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one's going to be down to, wait a second, it might not be a ground ball. Against the righty. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to sneak past the old Rod Carew, and that's a base hit for Brian Dole, making him a 1, a 0. It's going to get him a base hit. Ain't that something? It's a base hit in the right field. So Brian's aboard here with a 1 out. And up to the plate now steps Mickey Rivers. I almost forget about that 12 sometimes, Ken. Got to keep an eye on that 12 against real good pitchers and real bad pitchers. Mickey Rivers now is up 1 for 4. He struck out, flown out, struck out, and has singled. And that's going to be a 40 and a wild pitch. Nope, that's going to be a rare play on a 40, a 44, and a 40. 44 and a 40. And that's going to be hit in the left field. And he's not very good out there. And where we roll the dice, Craig's terrible out there. And that's going to be fielding column 1. And what was it, a 44? That was a 2. That's going to be a single in the left field. Runner's going to score, batter third on the air. So a single in the left field. That's going to be an E7. The runner's going to score from first, and Rivers is going to get down to second. So a lot of miscues out there in that outfield today, folks. That makes it 7-2. And Rivers down to second. And 1 out for Roy White. And Roy's already homered in this game, folks. He's 1 for 4 with a 2-run RBI homer. And not this time. That's going to be hit down the short. And Smalley's a good fielding shortstop. What is he? Mickey's got him covered up. And he's an 8. Put on a 64. That's going to be fielding column 3. So they'll get the runner out at first. But Rivers will make it down the third. And up steps Thurman Munson now. Munson add to this lead here in the 9th. Yankees leading by 5. And Thurman is 2 for 4. He struck out twice and singled twice. And that'll be a fly ball for the first time out the left field. This time Craig makes the play. And that'll end the inning. To the bottom of the 9th we go. It's 7-2 New York. And the Gator on the mound trying to go the distance. And Ford is 0 for 2. He's walked, grounded out, and reached on an error. And that's going to be well hit. Ford squares this one up against the Gator. And that's going to be hit in the left field. Roy Wright doesn't play that ball too well, and that's going to be a triple for Dan Ford. So you got the leadoff batter down at third. Yankees obvious with a 7-2 lead. It's going to play back for some outs here. The bullpen hasn't gotten up yet, and Morales is 1 for 3. Got a fly ball to right, struck out in a single his last time up. And that's going to be hit down the short. He'll fire over to first, but the run will score. And that'll make it 7-3. Now there's 1 out and nobody on. And how big is that error now, folks? And up to the plate steps Craig, who had that big error. He is 0 for 3 at the plate. Grounded out, blown out, and popped up. And now he's going to ground. Yeah, now he's going to hit the ball down the second. Dole's got it. That'll be out number 2. So the Twins are down to the last out. It's Larry Wolf. And Wolf keep this game alive here, folks. Wolf is 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounded out the first and the third. And that'll do it, folks. That's a ground ball down the second. And that's your ball game. The Yankees win 7-3. Tied this series up at 2 games apiece. The Twins won the first 2 games. The Yankees have won the last 2. Trying to take over the best record in the majors and the American League. Let's take a look here at the box score. And the Yankees, 7 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. The Twins, 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors, 3-3-3. Rivers was 2 for 5. Munson was 2 for 5. Yankees were 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Roy White with the big home run, a 2 RBI home run. Yankees only left 5 men on base. And the Twins were 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position. So they made hay when they had a chance. This didn't have many chances. Left 3 men on base. GUIDRY goes to 3-1. Pitches 9 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs. Only 1 of them earned. Walked 3, struck out 4. And Roger Erickson goes to 4-2. 6 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs. None of them earned, folks. None of them earned. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, and gave up the homer. Then Mack comes in, pitches an inning and a third, gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, struck out 1. And Dave Johnson comes in, pitches an inning, gives up 2 hits, 1 run. It wasn't earned. Errors will kill you. Errors will kill you. Let's do some fast play here. In the American League, we got the Blue Jays traveling out to California to take on the Angels. And the Angels take care of business in California. The Blue Jays 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 errors. Angels 7 runs, 12 hits, and 2 errors. And we got the Orioles traveling up to Chicago to take on the White Sox. And the White Sox shut out the Orioles. The Orioles, no runs, 6 hits, and no errors. The White Sox, 5 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. Then we got the Brew Crew traveling to Kansas City to take on the Royals. See what happens out here in Missouri. And the Brewers win 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The Kansas City out hits them, but doesn't outscore them. 2 runs, 13 hits, and no errors. And we got the Indians taking on the A's out in Oakland. See what the Tribe can do out here on the West Coast. And the A's beat up on the Tribe. The Tribe, 5 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. A's 14 runs, 17 hits, and 1 error. And Wayne Gross has a game of it, don't he? 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs, folks. And you got the Tigers traveling out to Washington to take on the Seattle Mariners. And the Tigers win. See what the Stars about here. Tigers left 17 men on base, folks. 4 runs, 17 hits, and 1 error. The Mariners, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. And the last American League game here on April 30th is the Red Sox traveling to Texas to take on the Rangers. And old Lee pitches a good game for the Rangers. 3 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. The Rangers, 2 runs, 14 hits. Out hit the Red Sox, but didn't outscore them in no runs. And how about Jim Rice? 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Take a look here at the standings on the leaderboard. Yankees are a game and a half up on the Tigers. Red Sox are a game and a half back. They're the only 3 teams with a winning record in the American League East. Toronto's 4 games back. The Brew Crew's 4.5. The Orioles are 5 games back on a 3-game losing streak after they swept the Yankees. And the Indians are 8 games back on a 4-game losing streak. And then you got the Twins 5 games up on the Sox. Sox is on a 3-game winning streak to get up to second. They move ahead of Kansas City. Kansas City's 5.5 games back. The A's are 6.5 games back. The Angels 7.5, along with the Rangers, and the Lonely Mariners are 10 games back. Ralph Garr is leading the American League with a 380 batting average. Reggie with them 10 home runs and 23 RBIs now, leading the American League. And old Luis Tiant with a .5 ERA. And Paul with Kansas City's got 5 wins, and the Goose has gotten 5 saves. And Reggie's leading in the MVP voting, and Paul's leading in the Cy Young voting. I want to thank Grandel 970 for stopping by, Ken Castro, Aaron Reed, Frank Wainscott, Clinton Parks. I believe that was everybody, folks. And the next game we'll probably have on the channel here is going to be the Atlanta Braves taking on the Cubbies. Or if we do the bats, I might go do the bats, and then it'll be the Yankees and Red. We do the bats league. But I'm pretty sure this is in 78. It'll be up Lamp against Boggs. But if we do the bats, I'm pretty sure it'll be the Yankees and the Red Sox. I think that's a 3-game series. Let's take a look here at the bats. Yep, it's the Yankees at Boston. Alrighty, folks, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Minnesota, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great evening and take care.